Okay, so the first thing we do is we have our vacuum. Always check your vacuum and make sure the bag's good, it's not full. If it is, empty it or get a new bag. And like I've showed you before with these Downy Unstoppables, when you start out, pour some into the bag. Like that. Try to get it into the bag. And there. That's that. Next thing you do, you got your apron. Got our apron on and my feather duster. So we're going to put this on, and you will need your feather duster even for deep cleans, because you don't want to clean dust with a wet rag, because it's just going to ball up. It's going to be hard to get off. So you want to dust it first, and then you're going to hand wipe it. Okay, so apron on, feather duster. Got to get your rags in there. So taking my rags, I just fold them, stick them in there, and make sure you always have rags on you. And when you run out, get more, just stuff them in your pockets, because you don't want to stop and get a new rag, and you know, it takes time, and deep cleans take a long time anyway. You don't want to waste any time, so you want to have everything on you. So I have my rags. Want some magic erasers. Magic erasers, very important in deep cleans. So let's see, I have some in there. You want your toothbrush, which is in my apron. Also, you're going to want to have your polishing rag, which I already sprayed outside with the glow. Stick it in there. So you got that. Now my razor blade is another thing you're gonna need. Mine doesn't have a cover on it, and so it cuts my leg, and so I leave it in my bag just so I don't bleed all over people's houses. Now, next, we got everything we need, I think. So you're in a kitchen. Now, in a kitchen, you look around, what are you going to need? You're going to need pink juice for the cabinets, and your alcohol for the, most people have granite, and here I don't, but I'm going to use the alcohol on the counters. Use the alcohol for the shiny, the dishwasher, the stove, the microwave, So, got my alcohol, I'm going to stick right here. Then, I have my pink juice. And I'll tell you, basically that's all you need for a kitchen. You know, you got your two chemicals right here, and you're ready to go. So then, what we're going to do is fill our mop buckets. So, we got our Mr. Clean, and since this is my house, I'm going to use a little bleach on the laminate. Usually you would just use Mr. Clean. If it's laminate, if it's tile, use bleach and Mr. Clean. So I'm going to come over here. Hot water. Always rinse out your mop bucket before you use it. And usually we fill it up in the bathroom, in the bathtub, but since I'm showing you the kitchen first, I'm going to fill it up in here. So, Mr. Clean. And you will usually have the squirty ones that will measure it for you, but they ran out of those at Walmart. So I'm going to pour about that much. Mr. Clean, and then you got your bleach. I'm going to pour about that much. Mop head, there you go. These two things can go out of the way. And it's about a gallon of water you want to use. And you can just eyeball it. So I got my mop, water ready. Are you going to be able to follow me? Okay, so, of course, I'm in the kitchen. I want to get my mop bucket out of my way, out of the room, because I do not want to spill it. You do not want to spill your mop bucket. It's not fun to have to clean that up. So I'm going to set this over here. Be right back. And I also set the bleach and the Mr. Clean out of the way. Get everything out of your way. You don't need extra things all in your way. Like these Downy Unstoppables. There they go. So, now, we're getting prepared. You want to plug in your vacuum. And like I always say, there's a plug right here I can plug it in at. But I don't want to do that. I want to plug it in the farthest away that the extension cord's not going to get in my way. I'm going to trip over it. And then I can do the kitchen vacuum. I can do the room by the kitchen. I can do the living room all in one swoop. So I'm going to go plug this in the living room. Alright, so I got my extension cord, plug in my vacuum. Little trick, you can see this. If your cord from your vacuum keeps coming out of your extension cord, just tie it in a little knot around your extension cord and it won't come out. Because that's a pain to always have to re-plug it in. All these little things matter when you're cleaning because you just want it to go smooth. You don't want to have to keep plugging in your vacuum or tripping over your mop bucket or things like that. So getting prepared is very important. There's that. So my mop out of the way. And all my supplies. Now, in a kitchen, you always start to the right of the sink. So, I'm going to set all my supplies to the right of the sink. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, shake it out a little, throw it to the side, vacuum it in a little bit. Those things can stay right now. Now the first thing I would do in this kitchen would be the ceiling fan. Not all kitchens have ceiling fans. So, vacuum out of the way, get my ladder, and I'm going to go ahead and clean this ceiling fan. So, with ceiling fans, you'll see that's dusty, it has cobwebs. I don't want to hand wipe it wet because everything's going to get wet and just ball up and not fun. So first I'm going to dust it just, real quick. This hasn't been dusted in a long time, if ever. So, I'm just going to dust it real quick. And if it's on, turn it off. Don't skip it because it's on. Ceiling fans are important. You cannot forget them. One of the number one things that don't get cleaned because people are lazy. Alright, so I dusted it, right? So I'll dust it. Now, this fan is plastic. It's a plastic fan. So what I'm going to do, if it was wood, I would take my Glow dusting rag and put the glow on it, make the wood all nice and shiny and pretty, but it's not. So, I usually, for the ceiling fans, I'll take my pink juice, spray my rag really, really good. And then I'll kind of spray the blades a little, you know. You don't want to spray in where the motor is. Could cause some damage. So, everything's top to bottom, top to bottom. Always remember that. Even now, I'm at the top, I'm at the ceiling fan, but I want to get to the top of the ceiling fan and work my way down the ceiling fan. Because if I get these, and then I get that, all that's going to fall on that. I'm going to have to do it over. So, I'm going to the top of the ceiling fan. I'm wiping it. Getting all sides of it. Try to get it nice and clean. And since this is my house, it's not going to be perfect like in other people's houses. But this does need to be cleaned. Alright, so you get the gist of that. I got the top of the ceiling fan. Now I'm going to go and wipe the top of the blades. And you can either do it, sometimes I do it where I get all the tops of the blades. Just go around, wipe them clean. You can get the sides. And for white ceiling fans, you're going to see it black on the edge. A lot of them. They haven't been cleaned in a long time. So, you can always take your magic eraser and I'll get it right off. These are black so you can't tell. It's a good thing. So I'm cleaning all the tops. And then I'll step down and then I'll go ahead and clean the underside. Which is, you need to get these little parts where the ceiling fan connects. Dust gets in there. And you want to make sure these look real nice because this is the part people see. Of course you want the whole thing nice, but you know what I'm saying. The sides, the ends, everything. Now if I wouldn't have dusted, I'd have just been wiping dust and then ball up and, you know, I'd have to keep wiping. Now I'm just cleaning them after they're dusted. And I think I got it. So, don't forget the cord. Sometimes the cord gets a little, yucky. Does this ceiling thing even work? Oh, it does. See? Dirty, dirty. Alright, so that's done. Now I can move on. Like I said, you always want to start to the right of the sink. And the reason for that is, if you do the sink first, you clean it, it's all pretty, ooh, looks nice. Then, you're walking around, you get to the microwave. Oh no, I gotta wash this in the sink, yeah, definitely. Then, your sink's going to get dirty. You're going to have to wash it, do the whole thing over again. It's a waste of time. So, you do the sink last. And there's a lot of things that might have to go in the sink. So, you go around, you wash everything in the sink. So, here I am. And I forgot to get a plastic bag. you're gonna go through some rags